my God, Jay, I have a gift. Hold on.
Yeah, I love.
By the way, can I show you my outfit?
Please.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
It's so ugly. It's great. This shirt, it says "Catch of the Day."
Iconic. A new
I
one.
bought.
We are going to gift this to a listener today, but I don't know how.
Cute.
And I bought jean jorts.
Oh my God.
I love. Oh my God, in the socks.
Reptar socks. I think it's navigating and giving you a type of resilience. It's giving you a light and a feel of younger because it's like there's more. There's more than just dog grooming.
Shooky, I'm trying to give myself some like good juju energy. So each of these crystal bracelets does something else for my sick mind.
That, like being a kid and playing, like I think that's what Jay brings out in you. And it brings out the playfulness and the innocence and the let's just go, and where you're the trusted, person that's been through, a lot of things and has done so much, but where Jay can then feel comfortable and confident to where you're a foundation point. And then these sandals are from the Dollar General for $6.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm trying on this outfit.
Yes.
I love it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. This is Jay Unleashed, Call Her Mother. Hi, hey, and hello. It is Sunday night. It is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm here to have fun, to talk, to do things and stuff. We have a special guest, like we always tend to do. Yes, hi, hey, Red Hot Grooming. How's it going? Everyone's showing up here. Wow, we made it through another week. Let's all just sit down. Oh, hey, Loren's in the house. We are joined by Loren Mesquita this week. So exciting. One of my favorite people that I've ever met. Oh my God, thank you. Yes, we get to manifest that money. It's the Addison Rae song, Money is Everything. Can a girl have fun? But yeah, welcome back to the podcast. We have a lot of fun things we want to talk about today. Yeah, I got this green eyeliner actually at Groomed Atlanta by one of the iconic women that I met. Love her so much. And she, oh, hey, Shucky. And she was wearing it. Like, I saw her like day one. I was like, I love this. And she's like, this is the eyeliner. Take it. I was like, oh my God. And that was when I think I saw Jane pop in here. That was when Marcia got footage of me putting eyeliner on at the Fame booth. And she's like, he's supposed to be working. And I was like, me putting on eyeliner is the best work I could give anyone.
How are you, my love? You're looking stunning.
Oh my God, thank you. How are you doing? I love the glasses.
You look like a very skinny cord at its best.
This is me. So thin. Body goals is to be a cord.
I mean, twink is in your future, I say.
Yes. Twink has never been like a part of my trajectory. You know what I mean? But I've been close. I think I was a twunk at one point.
I mean, I need to tell everybody that I needed to call you and say, hello there, Red Hot. I needed to call you and say, Jay, what's a twink? Can you tell me? Like I just I was lost.
I know. So funny.
But anyway, Jay, we just have so much to talk about in so little time. So look, Loren, wait, who's the break? Shucky, I'm trying to give myself some like good juju energy. So each of these crystal bracelets does something else for my sick mind and my dying spirit. So
Love.
I said, I need that. Jane is adorable. Wait a minute, shampoo daddy chaser. Love that. More. Add more to that.
Yeah, I got some bracelets too.
Yes. Oh, Jay, I love yours. Did you get the chunky one?
Yeah, I got this one.
Oh, I love.
And these are similar. They're just like they're the same type of stone, just cut differently. We got some of these are the ones that Dylan got to help your chakra.
Yes.
I don't know how to say things. And yeah, so I got this like energy healer one. This one really like was drawn to me. And I've been feeling very connected to spirituality, the other side, meeting up with people, doing in-person tarot readings, like really unlocked a new like passion in me, a new world. I'm like refocused. I've sat down and kind of refocused what I want to do for content and everything. I've kind of felt like lost with like what exactly I want to do with like I like comedy, but then like do I want to do more education or whatever? And I've figured out, hey everyone in the chat, that I really like this podcast and I want to lean into it, and I think it's bringing something really big and positive to the world. And so I've been trying to focus on my pink is kind of like your head chakra, like your self-love and stuff. I think that's what this one is. And this is like giving and healing others and connecting with others.
Elizabeth Wolf, yes, that is true. However, there was a reason for these to be here. I'm sorry, I don't remember the reason. And for real ass, you beautiful human. I love you. And I'm so glad you're here. And also, please let us know. Oh my God, Jay, I have a gift. Hold on.
Ooh, yes. I'm so glad to hear that. It was so fun. Yeah, I can't wait for the episode to come out. Today, the episode with Anne Francis is going to be coming out on replay. Ooh, we got a new one?
We are going to gift this to a listener today, but I don't know how.
Cute.
I don't know how we're going to gift this.
Ooh,
like,
yes.
You kind of have to win. It can't just be me saying, you won. Like, I have to, we've got to figure something. But this is a biothane loop from none other than Groom loop. Can I get this on here? The Groom loop.
Ooh, yes.
And this is so goddamn cute. It does say creative.
Yes, I love that. So yeah, so to enter the giveaway, we'll just make the rules to make sure that you follow this account, the Call Her Mother podcast, and like this live, and then we'll go through and I can look at everyone who is in the live and just leave a comment and say, what do we want them to leave a comment to make so they enter the
We want them
giveaway.
to share this live to everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
You just press the little share button or you can repost it. And then comment Groom Loop. And so as long as you commented Groom Loop on this live stream, you'll be entered in the giveaway. And then I can DM
And then how do they win?
Well, I can just put them in a raffle whenever we can do a little. I have a raffle app, and then we can. Yeah, we got people already going, and then we can.
Oh yes.
We can either do it on the podcast or we can just like announce it whenever. But yeah, I have a little.
I just want to say how much I love everybody here. I just love everybody so much, and you give me such like purpose and such like happiness and everything. So for anybody who comes in continuously and sees us, or even the first time, welcome here. Love you all so much.
Yes.
And Dylan.
Yes.
And
it is really true.
And I'm just so happy you're all here.
Yeah, I look forward to coming hanging out every week. It's so fun.
It's so fun. Shall we bring in our star of the evening?
Yes.
Oh, he's already here. Sorry. Our co-star of the evening.
Here. What do you mean? There's only room for this star. Okay.
Yes. For those of you who don't know who's coming, you're going to find out. This is a really fun night. And for real ass, we're going to pull you in. We have somebody coming this Thursday, but I got to pull you in because again, you fall in that you fall into that category of backup plan executed. And we're going to have to talk about that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that'll be really fun.
No, Alyssa, but close.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
It's
Hi.
Hi.
The one
it is none
and
other.
only.
Oh my God, I am fangirling hard.
Hey, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome onto the podcast. It's
Thank
so
you.
fun to have
I like
you
the
here.
music. This is cool.
Oh, thanks. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is so fun. I've been wanting to have you on here for so long. We have so many things to talk about. Hold on, we lost her for a second.
Nope, I'm just here. My music was playing in the background. I was
Oh,
like,
we're
I
good.
love the music. And I was like, oh, wait a second.
And it was
Mine
yours.
too.
I was like, I thought you meant the intro music. I was like, I love it, and
yeah, cool. Hey,
yeah.
thank you. Thank you for having me. Oh my God, I love you guys. You guys are great.
Yes.
We love you.
Oh yeah.
You don't know this, but Jay talks about you all of the time.
Aww,
In a good way.
Yeah.
In a good
that's
way.
okay.
Why are you obsessed?
No,
Yeah.
you guys are you guys are definitely both very positive people. I've had individual moments with each of you in more private settings. Jane, it was in England at a master groom or one of his conferences, and Jay getting to know you when you work the fame booth. And so I like to get to know people on different levels. That's just how I am, because I feel that, again, with energy and different things, like if I'm going to there's always different hats that you wear, but if I'm going to extend some of that energy and get to know someone, to really be like, okay, giving a little piece of your jewel, giving a little piece of yourself, I definitely feel like that it's reciprocated, and it was great. So I think of you guys very highly. You're very positive people, and definitely good moments in my life that I find very significant, that helps me grow in a positive direction. So I'm very blessed to have you in my life. So thank you.
That's really nice.
Loren, that was I think that was the first time that we interacted. And that got deep, girl.
It did.
But you know what? When you connect with somebody that you can just go in and like tear off all the layers and just bare your soul, like that's a really nice connection. And I love having that connection with everybody that I meet, and that is true. I do. I just love embracing everybody that I meet on that level.
Absolutely. I think it's different for everyone, and it's different if you have the availability, or say that if you don't have enough space or energy for yourself, that's cool too. So it just depends. But on YouTube, bing, bing, love it. Like, love you guys. You guys are very great. So I appreciate you both. So thank you for having me.
You.
Thank you.
I would love more than anything to, well, first of all, how long have you been grooming?
Almost 30 years.
Yeah, let's get the backstory. So I haven't got the backstory. So what is your origin story? Almost 30 years of grooming.
30 years, yeah.
How did you
wait, are you even 30?
I actually turn 41 tomorrow. So, yeah.
Wow, I really just assumed you were always 41. My age. I mean, I guess I'm 35.
Yeah, no. I turned 41 actually tomorrow. Tomorrow's my birthday. So, I've been grooming I've been scooping poop since I was 14. I worked at a mom and pop shop. Around 19, needed to find something. College wasn't really for me. School wasn't really there. Worked for corporate for about 13 years, moved up, moved down, moved up, moved down, relocated. It was great. It was awesome opportunities. So say that a relationship ended, life happened, then I was able to relocate. Greatest advice from my mom at the time was just find something that had insurance and benefits, something for there. It allowed me to create a foundation. It was PetSmart. So PetSmart was my second job that I've ever had. And then after that, I opened up my own shop, and I've had that. It will be 9 years this January. 9 years this July. And then I started doing a little bit of social media. I became a master groomer at that, eventually, and then competed, got to open. Then I started doing social media and teaching myself stuff. Now I'm teaching myself how to use this camera, different things, editing, stuff like that. And that started probably about 3 years ago, and now I'm trying to focus that more full time. And I've done some speaking. Now I'm going to shows, selling images for social media, which is like a DBA off of my dog grooming, because I still groom dogs full time. I do co-own Fame Pet Products with Colin Taylor and Coleman Aviat.
Love.
Yeah, so I'm always busy. I'm always doing stuff. So yeah.
I remember.
Yay, Fame Monster.
I remember your crossroads because we were in the ring at the same time.
Yeah,
not in the same competition.
Not in the same round. No.
But I can remember having a conversation with you, and you were saying that at that time, I thought I wanted to be on Groom team. I don't think I want to now. Do you remember that?
I do. It's, having that goal and moving up, because I went from entry to open in about a year, and it's very expensive. Whoa. It's very aggressive.
So is that really fast?
Basically either had, it's really fast.
Wow. Yeah.
And because then you're constantly winning. It's one thing going out there and putting yourself out there, but also to win and to get that many first places. So I was competing 3 to 4 times in a weekend, all on my own, not sponsored, not at all. I never felt like that. Whether if I was an eye first to be sponsored or something, I just always figured I was my own sponsor. And then as I moved up,
that mentality.
Thank you. As I moved up, then, it's very cutthroat, the open level competitors. It's very cutthroat, but also that type of that grooming, and on top of paying for private lessons and working full time, I really think that I probably could have done it maybe in a year or so, depending with my hand stripping. But on everything else, I don't think so. And I was kind of running out of gas, and I needed to re-navigate to do something. I wanted to navigate whether if I was growing my business or not, because at that point I had employees, and then I was thinking about expanding. I was going for grants and maybe open a couple mobile units, begin a franchise, maybe start a grooming academy, grooming school. So I had already these ideas, but then I started doing like these stupid little videos and things that resonated with me or whatever. And then it just kind of switched off into possibly doing social media. And then that's when I started with Groom Team USA doing their social media. So technically I never got a jacket, but then I started learning more about that. And that's kind of how it navigated. So right there at that moment, it was like a life turning situation where it was like, I let go of all my employees. I cut back on dogs. And then I just focused more on this new thing that turned into this whole new career.
Now, can I ask you, would you consider, my topic lately has been everybody needs a backup plan from grooming, because you don't know. You don't know what you're looking at. Right. Would you consider that was a backup plan or no?
Yes and no. It didn't turn out that way because I always thought I was going to groom. Just like when I was with corporate for so long, I had a retirement date, my 401k. I was going to do this, and then just things pivoted and navigated. So as right now, especially what I'm using this term, it's called happy accidents. So it turned into something.
What was his name? Bob, the painter. The painter always says that.
Yeah, Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Yeah. Happy accidents. Yeah, especially recently. I don't know why it's resonating with me. Yeah, happy trees. With just re-navigating all of that. I never thought of that as a backup plan. I always thought that I would still groom. I think even if I still won the lottery or something like that, I think I'd still groom in some extent, or to focus my passion still in something on the pet industry or something like that. But no, I never thought of it that way. Now I'm realizing, holy crap, like I'm glad I did, because your body can only handle so much. But
especially as a hand stripper, man, that is that's so much stress on that wrist. Well, if you do it right, you're not really using your wrist, right?
Yeah.
It's mostly your thumb.
I want to watch one of your seminars on hand stripping. I love hand stripping.
Thank you, Sharon.
FaceTime you. I got a Sealy that's a fully blown coat right now, so I'll just FaceTime you, and then you can watch me cry as I'm pulling your coat.
But that was that's a very exciting. It's a very exciting opportunity. I feel that in some kind of strange way, that Jay is my backup plan.
When we fight,
I don't see that as, and honestly, I don't see that in a strange way, because you do connect with a lot of people in the industry that are queer, that are here, that are different, and you create a safe space for people. So I don't think that it's weird that it's a backup plan, and not even on that platform. I think it's navigating and giving you a type of resilience. It's giving you a light and a feel of younger, because it's like there's more than just dog grooming and
There
talking,
is.
and you have a voice. And I think that, like being a kid and playing, like, I think that's what Jay brings out in you. And it brings out the playfulness and the innocence and the let's just go, and where you're the trusted, person that's been through, a lot of things and has done so much, but where Jay can then feel comfortable and confident to where you're a foundation point of that. Not saying that either one of you have rocky things, but it complements each other on that. That's at least what I have.
I appreciate that so much, because this is something that I never saw coming either. But I was going to say before that it's probably time that we all listen to the clues that we get. Like, obviously, you went into your social media stuff kind of like, oh, I like this, and oh, it makes me feel great, and I think I'll do it more. Yeah. And everything that I do with Jay is very exciting to me.
Yes.
Because there is such a, you're right, a really fun, lighthearted energy that we have with each other. And, doing this podcast, I got to be damn honest with you. Like, I come on here every week and I just feel like it's meant. Good. Whoever we have on, whoever really we're fun. Talking, I'm learning and I'm growing from every guest. And it's just bringing such a purpose to my life.
It's really cool. Like just going through, because the other day I looked, I was like, what number are we on? Like the number episode. I'm like looking through the name. Like we've had learned from so many different people in this industry, like just for the 45 episodes we've done. And
that's awesome. Congrats.
Yeah. And so it's so cool. And I think too, we kind of met at a perfect time where because I had been doing social media, but kind of not really dog grooming social media, but just social media in general for a long time. Since the Tumblr days, that's when I first popped off. Tumblr queen. I was obsessed with Taylor Swift. But I was getting kind of burnt out with social media a little bit, or at least what I was doing. And then I think, Jane, you were kind of getting burnt out in the grooming industry of it all, like everything happened. And then so we kind of met, and then so you reinvigorate my love for social media, and then you are helping me get and meet people in the industry, and so kind of I think that's how it just kind of worked out.
Absolutely, it's inspiring between you both. So I think that's very good to have, because sometimes it can get exhausting, or sometimes if that someone picks up the other, or then there's jealousy, or there's not, or then there's animosity, but who knows, things happen, change happens. But between you two, it's an awesome balance. I love it. I love seeing you guys and the growth of what you guys have done. You should be very proud of yourself. So,
oh my God. Awesome. Thank you for that.
Guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Oh. Yeah. I love,
by the way, can I show you my outfit?
Please.
Okay, cool. Yes. It's so ugly. It's great. This shirt, it says catch of the day.
Iconic.
And I bought jean jorts.
Oh my God.
I love, oh my God, in the socks.
Reptar socks. And then these sandals are from the Dollar General for $6.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm trying on this outfit.
Yes.
I love it.
Thank you. I'm going to wear this to Canada. So I'm just saying, watch out,
Loren,
Canada.
I have those shorts for Canada. Damn real.
You don't know
I just bought these from Walmart. So thank you. That was it. Thank you.
Every runway. You need to start doing out the door fit check videos. Yes. Got this at double the out of touch influencers.
I just wanted to show my outfit.
Yes. And I got to tell you, Loren, I wear those shorts. They're identical to what you have on. I wear them so loud and proud, regardless that I have varicose veins, spider fucking veins, stupid shit going down my legs, and I'm like, stop looking if you don't like it. But
exactly.
Honestly,
period.
Whatever. What did he say?
Yes. He said exactly.
Yes, queen. No, but seriously.
So, Loren, okay, we just went down memory lane with you as a groomer. That was pretty crazy. Now, something that I do not know about, and honestly, I feel like I don't want to really know about, is being a bucket bitch.
Yeah. So bucket bitch is the term where you go and assist show handlers, and you're literally the scooper pooper. You're feeding them, you're watering them, you're walking them. They have to be in an organized way of how they are, because some of these dogs get chalked or colored in a, so you can't cross contaminate, or if there is a bitch in season, or if there's something going on, or I mainly deal with terriers. So you have to be very, very careful with that. I usually hook up, her name is Marjorie Good.
Yes.
Of Good Spice Kennel. And learning through that, my previous mentor was Sally Hawks, who taught me how to hand strip and stuff. So going to these dog shows, you're waking up at like 5:30 and you don't go to sleep until almost 9, 10 o'clock at night. And then you redo it. I don't know how they do it every weekend. I do it a few times a year when it's the bigger shows. And it's everything to everything, anything and everything of what you need to do to get that dog prepped to go into the ring, to hopefully it wins. And then hopefully maybe it goes into best in show, depending on what's happening. And then prepping them, bathing them, blow drying. But also the bucket part is that, the little plastic tubs, the little cat boxes and stuff, they're filled with so much water. So these dogs are bucket bathed with a certain you have to bathe them in the front part, their face, and then a certain shampoo and this and that. And then you have to blow dry them in a specific way. And then you have to add cholesterol and chalk them. And so that term bucket bitch comes from that. So I like when I do my videos, I like making fun of it. I like having it relatable to people who don't know it, and then especially taking the term instead of bucket bitch into bucket lady to kind of give it a little sense of class or something. But it's fucking hilarious. The whole thing is hilarious. I mean, and you can't take it too seriously. Your emotions, you get very tired. You do get upset. There are things that happen. But you just kind of roll through it. You keep doing it, and it's probably one of the best experiences I've ever had. Because then I hooked up with another breeder with that Mackenzie Murphy introduced me to, Rachel and Jessica Lagath, and so I'll work with them, and they have Cocker Spaniels. So it helps you with your grooms. It helps you with your communication. It helps you networking and also getting out there. They don't know who you are. They don't care that you're grooming dogs or you've been grooming dogs. They just want to know that their dogs are alive, that they're taken care of, that you follow instructions. And me, I'm a workhorse. So people see me running around with my headphones. They keep going and they wish that I work for them. They are constantly always like trying to fish for me to work for them. And I'm like, nope, I stick to my people unless the dollar signs is higher. But no, I stick with who I usually am organized with. So
it's great. I love the bucket lady.
I don't want to do that. I want to wear makeup and my lipstick and my pink shoes. I don't want to do that.
It's a lot, but the people watching is incredible. Like I love seeing all of the outfits, especially like when I went to Westminster to work at a couple times, and at Montgomery or the Oaks, the Philly show that's televised on Thanksgiving Day. Just the outfits alone. I mean, the dogs are great, but the outfits alone are amazing. And then the people watching, and it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a completely different world than dog grooming. It's a completely different world from dog grooming competitions. Completely different. Like people don't get it at all. So
I'm going to ask a tough question here, and I really want you to think about it before you answer. My mentor came on here a couple of months ago, and we were in fact discussing dog show life, and he found that the dog shows are somewhat analogous with circuses, that they are paraded and it's not really a life for a dog to enjoy. Think, but then hit me with your best shot.
So in the traditional sense of the reason of why you have show dogs, original sense is like livestock. It's the best of the best.
Yeah.
Through dogs and us evolving the dog, you're trying to make the best out of the best. So if this bitch is shorter, this sire is longer, to try to do that. Are there negative things in the dog show world? Absolutely. I used to be adopt, do this, all that stuff. But then I educated myself by taking private lessons, by becoming a master groomer and working these dog shows. Have I seen some things? Yeah. Have I seen other people do things and other handlers and stuff like that? Yeah. Most of these dogs are trained and groomed by the time they come out of the womb. They start stacking and it's in their blood. There's a difference between pet and then there's a difference between show. Doesn't take away the significance of the emotional value, but the emotional value is priceless when it comes into, oh, this is my baby. Also, how we've evolved as people start to have less children, we are now taking that place of the child and enabling that behavior that an animal doesn't necessarily have. That common sense. We have that common sense. We can say, oh, stop, this hurts. A dog is a fight or flight. So we're enabling that instinct that isn't there. So we're enabling that. So then when it comes into rescues and you got a puppy at 8 weeks old and you rescued it, it doesn't mean that it takes away the negativity that's happened, but you're enabling the behavior that doesn't allow it to be the full functioning animal that it's supposed to be. So when you see these dogs doing fast cat, when you see them bred or to do specific things, or even terriers to say like they go ratty and they go, this is what they're bred to do.
Yeah.
Again, there's negativeness and again, there's positiveness, but it's also in trying to find out what is the best of the best and the confirmation. Are they, for me to find a good breeder, or whom I suggest if people ask and they want my 2 cents. And again, if they're not going to listen and they're not going to like, oh, well, you know, I just got them from this, I'm not going to talk to them. I'm not. It's not worth the argument because they're already ignorant in their own way. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But what I consider what is a good breeder is how long have they been breeding? Are they showing their dogs? How many litters are they having in a year? Are they doing genetic testing? Okay, what was that testing and what does that look like? Okay, if this one is a carrier or if this happened, and are you still in contact with your dogs? Do these people sign a contract? What happens when that dog is no longer allowed to live with that person who bought the dog? Does it go back to the breeder? What if there's something wrong with the puppy or if there's something wrong with the dog? You know, following up, how long are you in communication? How active are you in your groups? How active are you in the community? Different things like that. But most of the time when people buy a dog or purchase them or whatever, they see it on Westminster and that looks cute. But that also, again, becomes a happy accident to where then they can start developing the knowledge if they want to. So it is almost like a circus, but what life isn't a circus? What life isn't a performance?
That's
when you're
Britney
doing
Spears.
dog grooming. I mean, that's right. Yeah. But when I was doing dog grooming competition and I acted, you know, when I was in theater, when I was younger, I thought of it as a performance. But at the same time, I'm still thanking my dog at the end of the day. So there's moments that are super, you see them cherishing the animal, like just, yes, it's beautiful. But also these dogs are, I mean, you can take a 6-week-old puppy and start stacking them and it's already in their blood. They already have it. Yeah. So there's a different caliber. There's different. And so unfortunately it gets washed out with overbreeding, just because you breed dogs and you have the same breed as this one, then you can become AKC, you know, already. And that unfortunately puts a bad name to things. And so I do agree with some practices. I don't. I do agree with some part of it being a circus and it's a performance and sometimes, but in what cases that I've seen, I don't agree with that. In some cases that are beautiful, that are fantastic moments and you see them win or not even win, they still thank the dog, they happy them. And then even we get instructed as bucket bitches, if the dog didn't win and something that just didn't perform, they either pull the dog from the entry or then, you know, when it did go around the ring, but you still have to make sure their tail is up and they're happy. Just say, okay, Loren, make sure you spoil the crap out of this dog when you walk it back to its crate. You know, like, so there's still in the experiences that I've had, it's been way more positive, less circus-like in that.
Okay. Do you think it's necessary to have a dog in the show world to prove their lineage or their, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're saying that these dogs are the best of the best. Is it necessary to put the best of the best through dog show life?
I think if you're looking for top quality, and that's what it is, but it doesn't take away from someone else's dog that didn't go through that experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a more traditional purebred dog, and again, it doesn't take away from any mixed breeds or dogs that aren't recognized or anything like that. The ethicalness that's behind it, that is what it takes in order to prove, again, like the livestock, to prove that. But any of the dogs that I have 5 dogs of my own. I love them. And they happen to just come from good breeders or me being able to meet with other people. So yes, I do believe to get the best out of it. I do agree with that. I do agree with positive practices. But also I think it's the owner's responsibility, the human's responsibility, just like anything, to do your investigation and, figure out what's best for you. But it doesn't work for everyone, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really quite
Yeah, that's really well said, because like to
really
me,
enlightening. Yeah.
Because to me, like, I have famously, like, I don't like zoos and I don't like circuses and stuff like that. Like, and so to me, like, from what I'm hearing is that, like, at the end of the day, like, generally there's like love for the dog. We're doing this like for the dog, like on some level, even though there's bad seeds and everything in like every group or whatever.
Absolutely.
But with circuses, like, there's no caring for the elephant that's like squished into a stall. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no, this is the betterment for the elephant. Like, there's like that's just like abuse. So I think it's like people are kind of waking up to zoos and stuff being like more abusive than that. And then like they're kind of looking, and I guess people could look to dog grooming like that. And so like, I think like you said, it's just the practice. If I'm sure there's some people that think of their dog like a circus elephant, and those people suck. But if you're a good person and love your dog, then you can like do like show your dog and not just
absolutely. And it's good for learning. It also helps with your the conformation, the movement of the dog. So as you're learning hand stripping, or you're learning, just a schnauzer pattern, anything like that. How many times do you relate schnauzer patterns into freestyle Asian fusion? You're showing the muscle structure of the dog. When I'm pulling the hair down from the shoulder, the shoulder lay back to the back thigh area, that's just the natural muscle structure of the dog. So going to these shows, you're learning about the movement, and also corrective grooming, where Shih Tzus or Lhasas, they have the legs that go out, so that you leave hair right here, just like Riza, taking the lesson from Riza. You leave hair right here to make the leg look straight. So it's corrective grooming. Also, I do want to add too, a lot of these show dogs, or the dogs that I've had, that I've worked with, and I've been doing it for a little bit now, they love it. They love it. And if the dog isn't performing, or if it's, they love it. They go out there and they just do it. And then even going, so one of the Sealyhams that I've worked with, Stash, working and doing him up, like fluffing him up. And then he wins best in show at the Montgomery. And then he wins best in show at the Oak Show. And those are big, big shows for terriers. At least Montgomery is the largest terrier show in the world. But winning those things, and now that he's retired and he's living his life. He's living his best retired life. Going to these shows, and he still comes. He gets excited, and then he starts crying because he wants to go out. He sees them getting ready. He sees them on all the tables getting prepped, and he's like, I just want to go. I just want to show. And every now and then, junior handlers, they'll take him out into the ring, and he just does his stuff, and it's like as if nothing happened. So they love it too. And if they don't, then they know whether if that's more of a pet quality. That's okay too. We need to have more pets. And then also they can produce better pets and better better, happier dogs and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of them do love it, and they wake up, or they're born. Maybe she's born with it. They love it. They love it. And it's a really cool experience to witness too.
Yeah, because
and in stark contrast, my own personal dog can no longer be used for anything. Like, he just got to a point where he was like, put him on the table, and he's shaking and he's drooling. So that also was a big sign for me. You're not going to do it anymore. You already gave me everything you had.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're telling me enough, I hear you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's not for everyone, and not everyone has to do it. And especially like when I started becoming a master groomer, clients would say, oh, raise your prices, or other people when I worked for corporate before I left, and they're like, why do you need that? And I'm like, it's for me. It's for me to be better. It's for me to be better, to be a better groomer. And back then, I was more hurt with the idea of like, oh, I'm not good enough or whatever. But now I'm like, oh, I'm so thankful I did this. And still, it even works with mixed breed dogs. Even though we say, oh, don't, adopt, don't shop, and all of the doodles and all that stuff, we still need them. We still need their money. And there's ethics behind everything. Ethics behind you waking up every day, making sure that you aren't under the influence when you are grooming dogs, making sure that the people that you're surrounding yourself with aren't giving you bad energy, the person who unfortunately injured an animal and you still have to coach them to make sure that they can hold shears. Are you a good enough leader? There's a lot of things that happen. And it's not just, it does stem from dog shows as far as the confirmation, but that's also us as a human being in control and evolving the animal and making sure, that dogs are healthy. So,
yeah. I think it's really too, because I never thought of that too, to like keep that in mind of like, does this dog enjoy showing? Like, is this dog like, cause you can cause I never really thought of that, but I'm sure, there's dogs that like it and don't. And so like that's, so that's on the human to be able to, so I guess that's like when if you're pushing a dog that's clearly unhappy, that's when people could be like, this is but if it's dogs that are enjoying it, then like that's,
they love it.
So that's the cool thing is like a lot of times people, and a lot of times, like I always say with anything that has to do with dogs, especially now in this online age, perception is everything. And a lot of people don't really understand what they're seeing. And so like the irony of like people think like they'll see an anxious dog on the table, like ferociously panting, and they're like, look, he's smiling. And like, but if the dog's mouth was completely shut and just being like just calm, they're like, he looks sad. But it's like they just don't realize, like, because you don't like it's all perception. And I'm like, no, that
it is.
That dog was panting because it wanted to go home. It's like, and like the dogs that look sad and just aren't panting, they're usually calm. So there's a lot. So that's why it's so hard to post online,
navigate.
And being a dog, because people just don't. If you don't know, like, it's so easy for people to just like see something and not even on purpose to be like, are they doing something bad to the dog and they just don't understand what we're trying to do?
I feel like that's from like, and I don't mean this in a bad way, that's coming from an uneducated and also sometimes an experienced person. And also too, when it comes into people doing lives that are dog groomers, I can see when someone's doing something incorrect. And also the delivery on if you decide to correct that person, that's a whole other situation too. That, unsolicited advice sometimes is not more, it's not welcome. Could it help? Do you mean, to be better in the industry and to do these things? And that's why we have conferences and that's why we do this and networking, but also it can count against you too, when you're just trying to learn and do, because everybody has their phone. Everybody's doing something. So it's a lot. It's a whole spectrum of everything. And I try to think of that. I try to think of that when I'm being mindful of pictures, because I have a certain aesthetic when I'm posting pictures of dogs that are finished grooming. And other clients are like, oh, did you post my dog today? And I'm like, it wasn't, maybe just a selfie. Something like that. So it depends. And you could look at the grooming salon that's down the street or something. And before, my insecurities, I would look at the reviews. I would look at something, especially when I had a bad review about something, and because I wasn't confident enough in myself. And if I felt like that I needed to say something or think something or judge something, that says more about me than that. And honestly, it's just best to just shut the hell up.
Well, Loren, I went live the other day. I generally only go live with my dogs, because I know they're not jumping off the table. I know I can stop what I'm doing, answer a question. I can't do it with a client's dog. I just feel way too responsible for the client's dog to stop and look. But I had my dog on the table, and believe me, I am not above anybody calling me out on something. If somebody calls me out on something, I listen. I'm not above that. However, I had my dog on the table and the groomer said, that loop is too high. And I looked and I thought, holy shit, is it? And quickly I go and I look at my dog. Clearly it's not. It's not too high at all. I could put 3 fingers under there while he's standing calmly and whatever. But at certain times, if he's going to spin around or pull himself forward, he's going to make it too tight, right? But the point is perception of what you're doing and what you're showing. And in fact, I said to this person, thank you for always looking out for the dogs, but no, it's not too tight. Was that a good answer? What I just don't know how they took it, but like I did stop what I was doing and checked myself. I checked myself to see, am I okay? And that's also the reason why I will not put a client's dog in that situation. I just don't do it.
Yep. I agree with you. I think also how you handled that was really, you did very well, because also there's going to be a reaction. You know, most of the time people are going to be like, what the, that's okay. But it also depends on how you're going to react. So I think you handled that pretty well. And most people can't, but also your years of experience in dog grooming of dealing with clients of how to communicate, instead of saying your dog was a piece of shit today. You can say, we did the best that we could. Things are uneven, but I'll see you in 8 weeks. So there's different ways of saying that. So the delivery is everything. Perception is everything. Perception is everything, especially in our industry. And also real conversations, and if we can have them, and also if people are open to the real conversations and truth. So those are hard boundaries for a lot of people, and especially going live. I think it's awesome that people are going live. I'm not afraid of AI. I am not afraid of where the technology is going. I'm afraid that that I'm not fast enough, that I'm not learning fast enough.
I agree.
But I'm not afraid of it. And there are people that are, and that's okay too. However, you are in control of your future and where you navigate that. So you have to do that work, just like you started clipping nails. I always use that analogy.
Yeah.
Remember when you're teaching a bather how to do nails? I feel like it's the hardest thing to do. I feel like it's the hardest thing to try to train anyone. I'd rather have someone bathe and prep dogs than me. Even my husband that works with me in the shop now. I'd rather him learn how to bathe.
Very often.
I know.
I love those videos.
Baby Joe. Thank you, Baby Joe. I'd rather him bathe well, prep, fluff dry, all that stuff than do nails any day. Any day. Because it's such a struggle to have to sit there to build that confidence, to make sure. Then I said to him, I was like, you want to do that? We have 5 dogs that all have disabilities, that are old, various sizes, that you can learn off of. Other than that, we're not going to disrupt the clients at this point, because it slows down the efficiency. And at this point, I don't have time.
Do you know, Loren, I am the biggest nail leaner to this day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I call Donnie over every day and I'm like, I just don't want to. I don't want to do it. And Donnie comes over and he'll just get it done. It's one of those weird things. Like, I will pluck ears. I will do anything you ask. But boy, oh boy, it's almost like I don't really know when it happened, but there's such a hesitation for me in nails. And I think that's what gets me in trouble, because the dog knows it.
Yeah, it does, because it can sense your insecurity. Yeah, the dog feels your energy. The dog feels your insecurity. The same thing like we talked about regarding, again, kind of dipping back into the dog show thing, enabling that behavior. A dog's not going to get up and say, I don't feel good today. I think I'm going to stay in bed.
Yeah.
Right? It does. It's not. But then if we're like, oh, are you okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, are you okay? Like that's that dog. And then it's not helping the dog's mentality and to stabilize that. So I look at that too, because in natural selection, we're the alpha, we're the superior species, we're the superior. So we have to provide a stable foundation for these animals. That's why I feel like out of puppies, like puppies are cool, but I'd rather do senior pets. That's where I am, because this dog's already seasoned. So it's just kind of surviving and getting through it. And it is what and I can navigate through that versus a puppy. You got to train it. You got to do this, which is fine. That's great. But out of the two, I'm more of a senior pet type of gal or a dog that's aggressive, because at least I can work with the boundaries that it's showing me already, because that's how it is, versus a puppy that doesn't know any better, and you have to instill it. And then, where did it come from, or, the breeding or the type of grooming. And then, then the mom or the dad thinking like, oh, it's cute. And you do the first haircut. And so there's
yeah, that's what I'd always because to me, I can kind of, it's like I know how to deal with once you read the dog, I can deal with I know how to deal with like an old or like an aggressive dog or something. I can work with I've always been able to work with the kind of like project dogs or whatever, but I think it's because it's like once like you said, now I know what this dog can't handle. Like this dog doesn't like to be picked up, doesn't like this, and I can like work around it. It's
easier to predict,
but
you know what, Jay, that's your second nature. Like you are so connected to living things, right? Like you can just really zone in on that. Like your color aura reading, like nobody does that.
Yeah, dogs are. Well, I mean, a lot of people read auras, but like a lot, but like I know what you mean though. Like of like a lot like. Because I mean, a lot. We kind of groomers pick up this skill as they go along, and you see a dog walk in, you're like, that dog's gonna try and bite me. Like you can just like see it right off the bat. But yes, I kind of was inclined like that. I could kind of just read. I could like dogs are mostly like orange to me. Like a lot of dogs, like I can see like this, so I can read their colors as well too. But it is, I think there are some people that are more adept to that, like, because even if you aren't, you can still be a groomer if you're not super like aware at reading dogs. It just takes, you have to work at that skill. It's not like something that just came naturally to be able to read the energy. You have to get to go by context clues, and you start to pick up, and like you realize
it's also the breeds. It's also the breeds and what they're used to. So if you know that a Cocker Spaniel, and if it's, I used to hate Cockers until I started working with them. And then I started seeing well-bred ones and actually what they were supposed to look like and what they're bred to do. And then the mentality that's behind it, behind that dog, and the mentality of me and a Cocker. So love Cockers. I think they're beautiful, but I don't think I would ever own another one just because our wavelength. But my husband loves Cocker Spaniels. Sporting dogs are just not my thing. I'm a terrier gal. I like getting straight to the point, whatever. We're going to hash it out, something cool, going to feel uncomfortable. And then we talk about it later and I'm fine. It's different. So it's learning about the breeds too. You can predict their behavior. You can predict what, a Rottweiler versus a Lab, a Irish Wolfhound versus a standard poodle, one of those things. So I think learning about the breeds can help you create more predictable behaviors and navigate through that too. But that, again, it takes experience.
Yeah. It takes a lot of experience. And I raised my hand before because I never owned a dog. I was 38 years old when I got my first dog.
Okay.
And then when I walked into dog grooming school and I said to the instructor, I'd like to be a dog groomer, but I'm scared of dogs. So imagine somebody like me coming into this, profession. I have no experience. I don't know what dogs do. I don't understand their body language. I'm afraid of them.
Right.
But I feel like
all of a sudden, go ahead, what?
I feel like, sorry to interrupt you, but like, I feel like that could work out, and obviously it did in your favor, but it's almost like, because a lot of times people like me, for instance, I went into it almost not really respecting the dogs because I was so comfortable with them. So like I would just be like, oh my God, like kissing every dog, and so I had to learn that. Like, so I had to kind of learn from the other angle where you're going at it, where like you have like full respect for the dog, you're kind of scared of them, you're like going at them, and you had to learn to open up, as I had to learn to close off because I would just let every dog come up to me, even if they were like sketchy. You know what I mean? So
listen, I think that God has been with me, or the divine energy, whatever you want to call it, but there have been plenty of times where I should have been seriously injured because of my inexperience and ignorance. I came close to getting seriously hurt many, many times. The other thing, my children who grew up next to me, watching what I did, watching the dogs, it's almost as if their interaction in the dog grooming shop is so much more natural.
Yeah.
Like they're able to just like,
they're able to adapt faster because their brain was also not as processed. I mean, naturally, our brains stop. Some people don't learn, some people can, and then also depends on like trauma and things that happen to you. Us as an industry, we tend to have the same kind of brain. There's addiction problems, mental illness, things like that. So I think already having, especially you as a person and how open and lively and forgiving and loving that you are, if they're a part of you, I would say that it would have to be natural for them because of who you are as a person. So I think that is amazing. Like just to see that's just evolution just through you, just from your loins, your eggs coming through and your babies. Like that's natural because it's you. So you seen that and you're like, oh, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised. I think that's amazing because that just shows an extension of who you are as a soul and a person, that you can carry that out and that naturally happens. Just like, and again, not trying to compare us to dogs, but natural instinct. A poodle's going to get really excited if they're super smart, but also if you're not training them and taking care of them, they're going to become the biggest terror of your life. Or a terrier getting excited because of vermin, things that it's just natural instinct. So that's you witnessing your natural instinct. I think that's awesome.
And I also want to say that through the evolution of my 30 years in this industry, I will say that I love what happened to me on this walk. I actually know, because the dogs aren't speaking to me, right? They're not telling me what they want. But it's funny, I'll be like, this dog needs water. Or
they
this
are
dog
speaking
needs
to you just in their language. Yeah.
Yes. Ethereally speaking, it's coming through on a different frequency that I'm able to like, whoa, this dog, we need to put this dog down or call the mother or this dog needs what. It's so like very interesting. And I'm so grateful that this happened to me because it also makes me look around in other areas on this planet at things.
Yes.
Like I come in and I like, I'll pet my plants and say, my God, you're doing such a lovely job today. How are you feeling? So it really did make me aware of the other presences besides, humans that are speaking to me. And it's just been the greatest gift that anyone could ever have, honestly.
I think that's also us in this, again, that we're similar personalities, that we all have, similar characteristics. We're more sensitive to that. So we're more sensitive to sentient beings, to different things like that. So as people, what is it? I'm not super religious or anything. I do think I'm spiritual.
Yes.
But dog grooming, I went to go see a fortune teller one time, not a medium or anything, but like a fortune teller, one at the beach, one of those things. Yeah. And she asked what I did. And I was like, oh, I'm a dog groomer. I was like, I don't know, 20 something, 25, whatever. So real tough times anyway, being that young.
Yeah.
And I just remember her saying, what you do is God's work. It's like planting a garden. It's God's work. And it just stuck with me because, fighting religion or, I grew up and I went to church and all, whatever, or however it is, I do think in that spiritual sense, it is, whether if it's a spiritual work or whatever, the energies that work. Now, granted, there are people that are very religious, that groom dogs, but it's still a type of spirit. It's still a spirit and what works for them and everything too. So I agree completely.
Jay, do you remember my story about the card reader? I did the same thing. There was a card reader in a restaurant. And she put the cards down. She didn't ask me what I was doing, but she said to me, you are in the garden of I'm like getting emotional. You are in the garden of your life.
Yeah. Yep.
And I remember thinking, like, there are days when I go into my shop and at any point in time, I've got, 3 or 4 of my children there and my niece and friends come in, family come in, and it's one of these energetic places that not only am I happy that the dogs who come into our shop because the way that we deal with the dogs, because it is a family business, we don't speak about what's going on there. We understand what's going on there. We understand that the dogs are there, and we are all there for a really important purpose. And but I'm so glad for all of us that we got to experience it.
Yeah.
Between the music and the singing and the dancing and the laughter and the kissing and the hugging and the relationships that we've forged. If there's any truth at all to that, we write our story before we get here. I fucking wrote an amazing one.
Yeah. And you're still writing it. And you're still writing it, and your kids are writing it, and I'm writing it, Jay's writing it, everyone in the comments, everybody has their own story, and everyone is important. And it's kind of like when you're walking through somewhere and you know how people look at you sometimes and you're not sure why. I embrace that now. Before I used to feel so self-conscious. Now I fully embrace it. I'm the main character in my story, babe. Let's go. One time someone said something regarding of just being different or hearing things or saying things, and they said, I don't want to put down your shine. And I said, baby, no one can put down my shine. But before, I've never been able to say that. And I don't mean that in a cocky way, even if it does. And that person is amazing. That person is an amazing person. And that person is very, in that conversation, that person's a wonderful person. That's fantastic person. But when that happened, and now granted, whether if I can be like, well, why are they asking that and that happening? I'm not going to even go into that energy anymore even a year ago,
it's rewiring your brain.
It is. But it had to take my story 41 years to be able to be there. And also another thing of me changing my life, sobriety, different things. And it locks in, it resonates with some, and it doesn't resonate with others. And then even going to shows, I know I stand out. I know either people are like, oh, that girl with the tattoos, or oh, that girl that sang at karaoke, or oh, that girl that fainted, or whatever. That's cool. I don't care. Even if you're like, she's a bitch. My main two things are don't fuck with my integrity or my money. Those are just my two things. Period. That's it. Other than that, that's cool. That's it. I'm fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. So everybody shines in their own way.
Yeah.
And I would say the older that I get, the less that I want to feel anger or dislike for my fellow humans.
Yeah.
If I have an issue with someone, I now understand that is too heavy for me to carry.
It is.
Even if I have an issue with someone, I want resolution. I want you back, like in the capacity that we can both feel great. Even if you hate my guts, I want that over with.
Absolutely. And if it's not, then that's more on them. And that's okay too. That's more on them. But it also, you have to, are we creating false expectations for other people? Unrealistic expectations for people, because then we're disappointed and then we create something. Well, I wouldn't have done that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They're not you. Yes.
Yeah. But they're not you. They're not thinking of that. They're not thinking of that ending or that expectation. So having empathy and trying to have compassion. But then again, you don't want to give too much of your energy, because then not everybody is as deserving of that energy. So it's a lot, especially like going to shows. You got to protect yourself. You got to put on this hat of selling things. You got to put on this hat. That also, like at the end of every day, during Groomed, Jay, I checked in with you. I just wanted to make sure you're cool. Even if you were like, Loren, I'm fine. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. Just checking in with him as a human, because he's this entity, and having him come and helping the brand and doing this and representing, but I'm still responsible for that human being because of hiring them for the weekend, hiring them on who they are and what they can do and where they can go and where they can grow to inevitably be, inevitable to help my brand and stuff like that. Yes, but still he's a person, and he deserves to be recognized and deserves to have space. If him and Marcy, if they have to go to a bathroom break, it's not 5 minutes. They're not going by. They're stopped by so many people, and it's a lot of energy. Now, some people love it, some people don't. So it's my responsibility as a person of the brand that I've hired him to come for the weekend to check in on him. And if that's cool. If you want to go do your thing, cool. Just make sure you come. This is when I need you. This is my expectation. So now being multiple businesses and being co-business owners, and also working with Colin constantly all the time and talking is just letting things go a lot. And I'm a control freak. So, it's hard. It's
And
hard as far as energies and things
to acquire.
It is.
To let it's like stoicism. It's like you have to think stoically about it, you can't, like, letting go of the things you can't control, like, in your life, like especially other people's, like, thoughts and stuff. There's no, like, it's on that, like, you literally, like, someone let them in the chat, like, you just can't, you can only focus on, like, what you can control, and you have to, but it's just hard though, because our brain just kind of goes off, and like, we gotta, and also remembering that a lot of times thoughts we have aren't from us. Like, we can just, like, a lot of times thoughts can pop up and be like, you suck or whatever. And you can just, like I'm working on stopping and being like, wait, that, I don't believe that. Like, that's not you. And, like, but you have to, like,
who told you that? Right.
Yeah.
Who told you that? Who told you that when you were younger? You know, who told you that and what trauma caused that? And also the let them theory. I love that. But also there's another one where it's called the F them theory. So letting them, yes, but allowing that behavior, but the F them, because that means you stop that energy. You stop that energy and you're not allowing it to consume you. And it doesn't mean F them, like, oh, go the anger. It's just like, I'm not allowing that to affect me anymore. That doesn't matter. Cool. And even wishing some people love and light, that's cool, but that's still giving energy
it is.
That maybe they're not deserving. And that's okay. That's my decision. That's my decision on where I go. I just won't give in to that energy, or I'll say, these are my boundaries. Like, even before coming onto this, I was like, hey, you know, if there's a couple boundaries or if there's something, is that cool? If that conversation went into a different if that navigated into something else, I would then decide whether or not, if I wanted to come on. That's just something that I'm comfortable with. And I think also being a professional too, and being in the industry and, you know, people looking up to you and wearing multiple hats. But a lot of the energies of let them or F them, either or, it depends on how you navigate it. And if you screw up, cool. But are you willing to accept the advice? Are you willing to accept to hear that you've hurt someone? And also, if someone doesn't bring it up to you, then it's not really your problem anymore. So.
Yeah. You know, it's very interesting. When I go to these dog grooming shows, I'm never aware of anything. But I would say, and this, Jay knows this, I've said it so many times, I walk in and I feel that that's exactly where I belong. And I feel like I am with family. Everybody that I come in contact with, I truly, like, love them. I don't even know them, really, but I do. And, like, walking down the aisles and just hugging and kissing people, I don't even know who they are, but I feel like that's where I belong. I feel like I'm right in the right place.
And we need you. We need people like you and Jay in this industry. We do. And there's a lot of personality. Oh, thank you. Yeah. There's a lot of personality. There's room for everyone in this industry, no matter if it's doing the same thing, if it's navigating, doing this. How many shear companies are there? How many shampoo companies are there? There's room. It depends on, you know, how that's going. How do you conduct yourself, etc. That's okay. And it's not going to be for everyone too. But I am a firm believer you're only as successful as the people you surround yourself with. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But you two, you two are super, like, guiding lights. There's people that I have not on my Rolodex, but like that I call them my compass, my moral compass. So, you know, I have my north, I have my south, east, west. Sometimes it's, you know, weird over here. It depends. And those people are who I can genuinely say anything and everything to, depending on my situation or how that goes, my insecurities, all of that stuff. And then there's, you know, there's other people that are more fun, that are loving, that, oh, Loren, I can't wait to see you. Oh, I miss Loren. I'm like, cool. That's awesome. But then sometimes it's also good to remind yourself that you need someone like that too. So as much as I'm a Loren or a Jay or a Jane to someone, I also need that too every now and then. And, you know, always saying thank you and stuff like that. It's a lot, but I think that's amazing that just when you two walk into a room, it's like, you can't not help but see you two. You can't help but not hear your voice or that smile or something that's doing, you know, that's doing things. So we need way more people like you. And that's great, because especially with this podcast, it's a soapbox. It's a soapbox for your voice, to be a voice for someone else that can't have enough courage right now until they can develop it. And you're inspiring them.
Yeah, that's so nice. Yeah, because like really, like that's kind of like, well, first of all, thank you for saying all that's so nice.
Oh,
and,
you're
like,
welcome.
appreciate it. And,
He was like, so anyway,
so like anyway, obviously, and then but like I think that's kind of the goal with this project. Like, I mean, I don't think me like and Jane, like we've never really sat down and be like, what is the goal? What's the goal here with a new like meme that's going on? But like, we've never really, and I think what it is just giving voices to everyone in the industry, because that's kind of what we've been doing. Because we honestly didn't even sit down and be like, we should start getting guests. It just really kind of morphed into this, where now we just kind of we bring people and we're just like telling the stories of all the groomers in the industry, and that's really cool. And I think that's kind of like you said, like everybody shines in their own way, or like however we said that. Like I really like that for like some iteration of that as a slogan for the podcast, because I think that's really what I like. Yeah, that is kind of the goal. Is because I came to this realization a little while ago after doing the Virginia show and then doing the Groomed Atlanta, and I kind of realized that like I think for the longest time I don't know why I was posting, or if I was like, did I want to do it to be famous or to like have a bunch of views, or like why was I doing it? And I realized I was doing it to just find a community, to like build like a like my own community and like family, and like that's what we're doing with it. And I was like, and so like I don't. So after like I've kind of now I truly don't. There's so many influencers that they're like, I don't care about the views, I just post whatever. But I really like am letting go of caring about the views and keeping up with trends. And I'm like, we're building something bigger here than just us.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Everybody is welcome here. You don't have to be an accomplished top tier groomer. We want everybody here. Like everybody.
Yes. It was so
That's
fun. Awesome. Yes. Oh yeah. The Manassas. Yeah, that was really fun. I can't wait to do Virginia again. And then speaking on the fame and like work. Yeah, I did talk about how you do really care about the people that are working for you at Fame, and I could really feel that, and I'm so excited to be able to work with you guys. And I've told the story on here a million times where like you sent me product and you said you don't have to make a video or anything, just try it out and then we'll talk. And I don't think we like and then like we didn't even talk for like a while after that. You're like, here, just try the product, and I like loved it, and then we talked about working together, because you can fall into the TikTok shoppiness of just like, I was sent this, it's great, you guys, and then not use, you know what I mean? Like in like, and I really liked that. It was once I signed up with you guys, then I've been really like being a lot more picky of who I want to work with. Like before I was just like any brand that wants to work with me. And now I'm like, okay, now I guess now that I've seen how I like to work with brands, now I can be like, you kind of gave me a template of what I want other brands to act like.
Yeah, well, it can navigate. I mean, it's hard, especially because as a brand, myself as a brand owner, not just a brand for Canine Couture Studio, but Fame, for pet products, you're representing that brand. So I am very particular, in my opinion, because of course I co-own them with Coleman and Colin. I'm very particular on who they are that's representing, who they are in the industry, who they are for themselves. They don't have to be the best groomer. They don't have to be an influencer. They just need to be a really good person. How are they promoting themselves online? How are they talking to other people online? What kind of comments are they doing? Their content, their video, are they able to accept criticism? Are they able to have honest conversations? Is it just, for them, cool, let it run its course? Also too, we believe in openness of, if there's another company that's doing the same thing, like that's cool. You do you. If you're just going to promote one brush and that's what you love, cool. Then come work my booth, sell that one brush. Let's go. That's awesome. Also, I like the idea of how punk our brand is, because it's just completely different from everything you see. The individual ambassadors that we have represent different people of our industry. It's not the same person. It doesn't look the same. It's not just the super, I mean, again, I'm working with brands and I'm, building content for them and selling images and building things that are very polished. Fame, I kind of like it because it's an outlet, especially like with Colin and him being like, it is what it is. You know what? At the end of the day, it is what it is. Yeah. He always says that, by the way. But it's something that's just different. It's just funky. It's just in your face. It's just you be you, no matter who you are, whatever. We're not going to be palatable for everyone, and that's okay. Yeah. But you're not going to forget us. You're definitely not going to forget us. So I really have enjoyed building the brand, building this, because Colin's just like, here you go. I'm like, okay.
How did that happen, Loren? Yeah. Like you just woke up one day and.
Well, so I went with my previous mentor, Sally. She went over to his conference. So I've been going to his conference every year since it started. Okay. And so when I went there and then he started selling, he has his Colin Taylor products, which is kind of like our sister company. And then he started selling it at the Hershey booth. And then I was just kind of looking at stuff and I really loved this one brush. And after Hershey one year, he just said, hey, why don't you just take the rest of the product? He saw that I was promoting myself online, not as a sponsorship or anything. And we worked out something. He was like, if you could sell these brushes, you can do this, whatever, just kind of do it. And I'm like, okay, but it was still Colin Taylor products. So then I started working with different brands and putting myself out there, not different brands working with them, but like trying to learn more in this digital space than before. Yeah. And it was with Chris and Jessica Meeklas from Companion Animal Network. They're amazing humans. Definitely go check them out. Learning about even just holding my phone and how to navigate my body on recording things and stuff like that. So then eventually went into like, there's this one brush, which was our Babs brush, by the way. It's our soft slicker brush. He had that brush, but then for whatever reason, he stopped selling it. So when I went to the conference the other time before, I just asked, I was like, where is this brush? Can I get the manufacturer? Can I just get this brush? I love this brush. It's the best brush ever. And he's like, well, why don't you just name it? And I was like, okay. He was like, we'll bring it back, Colin Taylor, blah, blah, blah. And you can just name it. You could be like the American ambassador or something like that, but it just never went that way. And then it went from the Babs brush, this, and he was like, well, why don't we just make a brand? And I said, what do you mean? He was like, well, why don't we just do it like Colin Taylor products, but just do something different? And I was like, okay. And then we started doing it. And then we started talking about names and this and the logo. And it just kind of went from there. But I don't think anyone thought. And then even to this day, a lot of people come up, they're like, oh, I didn't know you owned Fame. And I was like, yeah, where before I would be really scared to say, I own it. No, now I'm like, hell yeah, I own it. Yeah. And I do everything. I do everything for this damn brand and I love it. And I love my brand and I love the people and I love all of it. Now I'm learning about branding. Now I'm learning about location and manufacturers and I'm learning about ordering and inventory and the distribution is half of in my grooming salon and the other part is my grooming salon. It just rolled out into that. I really don't think anyone thought this is where we would actually take it. And the fact that he has that, Colin and Coleman have that much trust into me, I am extremely blessed and extremely thankful that, again, there's been things that have happened and learning and, should we have done that? Should I have not have done that? Should I have not crossed that boundary? Yeah. But it's what you do afterwards. Yeah. Are you building? Again, don't mess with my money or my integrity. That's my thing. However, if I mess with it, I have to take ownership. I have to learn about this. And then even having hard conversations with Colin and chatting with him and even people telling him, you shouldn't go into business with her. I don't think that's a good idea. That he's repeated back to me. And I don't need to know who it is. Yeah. You're right. If those people's
what good would it do?
It doesn't. But look at me right now. Yeah. Look at me now.
Well, literally,
look at where I'm going. Look at where we're going. Look at right. But thank you, Selena. Thank you, giving back all the time. Yeah. But in that, as that grew, and having that faith and that support, and I still have to tell myself this: that I am good enough. I am good enough to do this. I am good enough, and this is why I want to give back to the community and support the people, not like the unsung heroes or the underdogs, but having people represent my brand, our brand, that don't look like the normal person. that isn't going to be the same person. And I'm super excited for our next commercial. That's why I was asking for specific footage, especially of Jay,
Well, I blend
of
in.
doing. No, honey, you don't blend in. But in this next commercial that I'm getting ready to produce, I'm really excited just because it's just different. It's not and again, there's nothing wrong with other brands having that or having someone in front and saying things, or it's really polished and this and that. Like, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I love it when people, I just made one for a client the other day and I said, give me 2 weeks. I got it done. It took me about, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, whatever, to do it. It was a home run. The first time, no edits, nothing, everything down to the words, the letters, how this went in and the font and all that stuff. I love doing that. And I love learning that through my own brand and just building through that. I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of every product. And I take the feedback, and it sucks. It does suck.
Yeah. I mean, part of being a business owner, there's you're going to learn things the hard way. You're going to piss people off. And you're gonna get feedback you a lot of times don't want to hear, but
prices or the quality and things like that, and you have to understand that. And but also we have, the point of having a business is to make money too. So having a good price point and the difference between people in England and their price point and the in Europe, and then the price point here. And then even when it came to shipping, I used to charge so much for shipping if it was under $100, and now we offer free shipping on this. It's a lot, down to newsletters, down to how many times have I talked to you about doing a TikTok shop, Jay? And I'm just like, I'm going to do it. But then I know that's a whole caliber in my bandwidth that is not, that I can't, so then I'm like, how do we navigate? How do we do this? But it's just, all of it's a learning thing. So I'm extremely blessed and thankful for the opportunities, and especially for who Colin is in the industry too. And you see other people coming up to our booth and staying there and chatting, and they may not buy something, but then they'll keep coming back. And then other huge people that are in the industry that will say, quote unquote, oh, we'll support Colin. We'll support Colin. We'll support Colin. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, it is so important to have someone really believe in you. Not just one, but when people believe in you.
Yeah.
And they raise you up.
Yeah.
There have been so many times in my life where I just needed someone to believe in me, and it elevated my existence.
Yeah.
And so when that happens, it's just a gift from life.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. I think it also resonates with us too. And it's hard for us to accept that compliment and to say that, being that people believe in us, it's because they see something of themselves in us.
Yeah.
So whether if they can carry through or if they not, I think that's also why Colin and I get along. Kind of like Coleman and baby, my husband and Coleman are kind of like the same, and where Colin and I are almost the same. Funny. So it's pretty funny when all 4 of us are together on that, where they just want to chill, and Colin and I are like, yes, this, and then we're going to do this idea, and we're going to paint. And as I was telling Joe the other day, I'm the illumination where he's the navigation. Yeah. So it doesn't mean that we're not as creative. It's just a different language of communicating and creation. So it's still creating, even if you're looking at instructions. I can't read instructions, but how you'll help me navigate and give me a foundation so that I don't fly away, because I will. You give me an idea, I'm going to take it. So this has been a very rewarding process on all of it, and I'm really excited to see where we go with all of it.
Did you have a product that you wanted to showcase to everybody that's going to listen and whatever? What do you have?
I have myself, and you're welcome. No, I wasn't able to go to my shop. So just go to famepetproducts.com. At checkout, you can use FAME10, code FAME10 for 10% off your entire purchase. And as of right now, we're still offering free shipping in the United States off of anything on our website. So even if you just buy a comb for $30, you don't have to pay for shipping for right now. So,
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
So I'll put that in the description of this video. But FAME10 right now for the listeners, and you guys definitely should, like I've said, I talk about it every week. The Exotica curve shears, like they're so easy to like promote the product because I'm just like using them all the time anyway, and then I'm just filming myself. So I'm just like tagging Fame in like random videos because like I'll just be like, oh wait, I'm using their comb, like just at some point.
I love it, and I love that you have like, you know, sometimes you have like 6 other brands in the same video. I'm like, do it. Congest the hell out of it. Tag them all and get them to see you. Get them to see your worth, and then you can charge those videos. And do it. So if you tag us and you're like, here, every now and then I see my combs and other people's videos, and I'm like,
yes.
You don't have to tag, but I see it. I see you, girl. Thank you.
If I'm not like, if it's not a video that like a brand paid me to make, and I have products in it, I'll tag like every product I use. Like,
do it.
Just because, like, you know what I mean?
Slaughter it. Slaughter everyone. Yes. Yeah.
Because I mean, just because like I don't know, because I mean it's not because I also another thing though that I don't like to do is to like bash brands and to like go online and like or whatever and be like, don't use this one, this or compare like yes, we can compare, but I also I don't know, I told the line of that too because I just would rather show what I like. We don't just focusing on like the positive because even just the other day when we were in New Jersey and you asked me like, what about this product I don't really love, and I was like, well. I mean, I might just not know how to use it. Like, I'm so bad at like giving critique of like I'm sure it's a great product for other people. Like, I just don't like. It's hard for me to like do that. So that's why
it's being professional. Yeah, I think it's being professional, especially when you're in the spotlight. So if you're in the spotlight, just like all 3 of us are in our own ways and what we do, you have a responsibility. The power that you have in setting the tone and setting an example for everyone. So it doesn't mean that you're a bad person if you say those things. However, you're going to get a lot more credibility, and positive feedback if you tend to wave on those positiveness. And again, that goes into politics. So, you know, learning and saying, I hate this product, that's cool. That's great. But someone's going to be watching and someone's going to see it and someone's going to say, oh, or record certain things. You could just say, you know, it's not my favorite, or you know what, it's not something that's one of my favorite brands, but I love this brush. That's why. That's cool. Yeah. Or just don't talk about it at all.
Yeah, that's
what. It's just better just not to say anything.
Yeah, it's better to not, honestly, to not say anything or just say what you do like. Yeah, it's really interesting though. I've noticed too now. I have to like mention not sponsored because like a lot of people will like. I got one comment when I was just like talking about I don't know Andis like clippers or something like, and someone was like. They were probably gifted to him or whatever. And I was like, no, I actually bought these. So I have to like be so people but I get that of people, you have to be leery because there are some content creators, not really a lot in the dog grooming industry, but there's a lot of.
Well, it's assuming it's the expectation because of the numbers and everything that you have. So they're going to assume, oh, it must be easy. Oh, it's not. They weren't there when you were working and building yourself up and how you've said the ads and the perfumes and the different things and then building yourself up and now makeup, you're re-navigating doing that. They're not seeing that at home. They're just seeing what they see on here. Yeah. So it's hard.
Well, and they also can like, I think a lot of people too will assume that like I'm just lying because I'm paid. And so that's why I try to say, so like, because like when I talk about brands, like, 'cause I don't think I've ever been gifted a brand and like lied about liking it and like made a video. Like I think I've been gifted products that I just didn't make a video for because I was like, I don't want to make a video bashing this company. But so I think but also another tip for people out there, if you're watching a video and you're worried that the person is lying and that they're paid for this, they have to legally say paid sponsorship in the video. So you will see that somewhere. So like I've done a few paid videos with brands and it's like a whole legal thing. You have the brand has to tag you and this is like paid sponsorship.
Because you're representing that brand. Yeah. So you're an extension of that brand. You're representing that brand. So it depends on what's going to happen.
Loren, we also need to talk about Colin's event in September.
Yes.
I would love to know a little bit more about it. I'm trying. I'm hopefully going to attend if the stars align. So
they will, girl.
Talk about it?
Absolutely. So the World Grooming Conference is typically a 3-day event filled with education, speakers, seminars, fun, food, A little bit of drama, and then then they have great vendors too. So it's a great an award ceremony as well.
Cheers.
So this is kind of like, as I've said, England doesn't really have like a huge award ceremony, and Colin kind of put together like their own little Hershey. So where
That's
Hershey
cool.
is like all of that, but it's awesome. It's a beautiful experience. This one, however, is going to be different. It's at the different Coventry is the name of the town that it's in, but it's at a different hotel, at the different Hilton that it's in. And then he's going to have several speakers. He's having Sue, Jay, Jonathan. You two were invited as well. Pina, Grace, Grazia Adriani, who's representing our wire class for Worlds for the Groom Team USA. For our travel team, you also have Jovi, Nadia from Groom Team Canada, and Taylor Oviatt, who is an amazing hand stripper. She's from Canada, but is also married to Coleman's brother.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Cool.
And their daughter is actually named Jovi too. Their little girl that they have is named Jovi.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's right after Worlds, because it's Hershey and then Worlds, and then the week after is so I believe it's the third weekend in September, and it is just an amazing experience with a lot of people getting together. And some of these groomers in England, they will not drive more than about an hour because of their towns, because it takes a long time. It's not like us getting on a freeway and being able to get on the 95 and we're there soon. They do have their own freeways, but they have a lot of little windy roads, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful experience. But he has a lot of different options for education. He's also opening up to different speakers who want to rent rooms to speak. He has ideas for if you're overstimulated and you just want to lay down and there's like ambient music, like laying down there. He's changing it. So instead of it being a dinner, it's just going to be an award ceremony, because that's also been a lot. It's been beautiful, like when people get dressed up and then there's music and dancing afterwards. But this time I think he's just focusing on just the awards themselves. He's going to have a karaoke night on Friday, and then just speaking and education in different rooms. So then you're able to just go where you want instead of it just being all in one room. So this is going to be really different. So,
well, we need all of you UK and Scotland groomers to start signing up so that Jay and I can get there.
Yes.
We can't go there and talk to ghosts. We need you all to sign up. And I mean, it sounds so amazing, and I know for a fact that if me and Jay get there, we're tearing the house down. So start signing up.
It's awesome. I've gone every year, and every year it gets bigger. So it's like I've kind of navigated my own little piece of it, because each year, not just me going, and he also it was my first time speaking too ever at one of his conferences. So then in one weekend, I became an international speaker.
That's
so fun,
because he wasn't able to, there was some stuff that was happening. He was like, oh, can you just do it? And it was just a pet groom, but I was like, holy crap. And then it just led into different opportunities and networking and chatting with people. And so now when I go, people are like, oh, Loren, are you breaking baby Joe? Are you breaking baby Joe? Joe's gone like maybe once before. But it's definitely been, now it's something that I do every year, and then I look forward to it. And it's also allowed me to grow too, as he's been like, here you go, Loren, just do the social media, do whatever, just have fun, just do whatever. So then me doing the social media, it's allowed me to grow and put that in my, resume of being in charge of putting it out there and doing these funny videos or the education or doing different things. So it's allowed me to grow. I take this very personally in the growth, that even when he said it last year and he was like, no, you're a part of this show now. Like we just chatting about it and meeting different people. It's a really great opportunity. That's just my personal opportunities that have happened from it. But this is such a great experience, especially for England, because they don't really have anything like this, and their shows are getting bigger. Their grooming competitions allowing them, and also with the vendors too. The vendor booth spaces are not nearly as expensive as American shows. Getting to these conferences, the tickets just for 3 days of education, you're looking at thousands of dollars of what it would look like in the United States. It's not that much compared to what we have over here. The opportunities that we have in the United States, and he's giving that. He's providing a place of for people to create new creations, new opportunities. That's awesome. So I highly recommend it. Anyone in the area, even if you're not from it, I try to invite so many people. I've had friends come with me from overseas that have come with me over the pond to come check it out. It's a great experience. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes, some people didn't like it, and that's okay too. But I've always had a wonderful experience, and it is a beautiful show. And we need
the support from our UK population, because it's a huge undertaking for Colin, especially this year. We're talking about the state of the economy.
Yes.
Like, we just lost an airline here. So even buying a ticket for these educators is a huge financial undertaking.
Yeah.
So we need the support from the UK groomers to keep this thriving.
Absolutely.
So, and the last thing that you want is for a show promoter to go under because the show wasn't supported the way it should be. So I'm hoping that our fellow UK groomers will just jump on board, start purchasing their tickets, and supporting Colin, who really has the interest of the groomers worldwide at heart.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Daddy Colin.
Yes.
Yes. And we need to support Daddy Colin we can be the American representatives, and we want to show up. We got to walk around, and we got live streaming the event, interviewing people. We got to have our little call her mother microphones.
He's open to anything and everything. As long as the people are having a good time, nobody's getting hurt, you're not acting like a complete idiot. It's just a good time, and also just to chat with people, and it's not that crazy where sometimes like Hershey is big. Hershey is huge. It's like a 16th of that. Like, it's super intimate. It's really nice. The production value that he puts on with the screens, also the DJ Roy that's there, just meeting everyone. Yes. And also there's this dance too. Marcia saw it. I don't know the name of the song, but when I saw it, it terrified me. And how I described it was, now again, it's like line dancing. There's all this stuff, but people literally get up and they're doing this, whatever. And then they sit on the floor, and it's like a human centipede, and they're just dancing, and they're I don't know.
It's like,
but Marcia saw it. She was like, I don't know if anybody in the comments could, it's a song. It's a song that's over there. It's a popular song, and they just sit.
I don't know.
Another person sits in front of them, and then they're like this and this. I don't know what it's called. It's a classic. Yeah. Yo, it scared the shit out of me when I saw it. And then when Marcia and I hosted it the next year, and I was like, wait until you see this human centipede thing. She was like, what? And I said, no, just wait. And then, the lights went down, dinner, the awards were over, the lights went down, the music goes up, drinks are flowing, people are chatting, things are happening. And then all of a sudden that song comes on. I was like, look at him. We're just like watching
and
them.
Should anyone get the opportunity to hear Miss Loren sing?
So I do like that. I do enjoy karaoke too. So yeah.
My God, you do more than enjoy it, girl. You are talented.
Thank you. I was trained when I was younger, so I usually get two reactions. Thank you. I usually get two reactions. It's either, oh my God, can you sing this song? I love this song. Can you do that? And I'm like, no, I only sing the songs that I want. Or they can't stand me and they won't allow me to sing ever again because I'm too good.
Oh, yeah. I get that.
No, you're really amazing.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I only sing songs that I truly like that I know, because I miss performing, and I miss when I used to sing and act and stuff when I was younger. So I really let it out emotionally, and it's very cathartic for me, especially when I sing specific songs.
Yes,
and
you take on a whole different persona. Like you were in the zone.
I remember performing when I was younger and when I was singing like an Italian aria, like my senior year or whatever. And I could always hear my mom in the background because she would always like cough. So I could hear her cough. Like, I don't know why, that was just something. But in my senior year, and I was performing this Italian aria and they're doing construction, but where it resonated, where the floor was cement and where it resonated in the concert hall, and then the grand piano was right on the side, and he was playing, the accompaniment, and I was singing the song, and then I just remember focusing in on this one woman, and by the end of the song, she was just in tears. So ever since then, when I go to perform, not of that specific memory, I always hit at least one person when I sing that they're either incredibly emotional or I triggered something. Again, it's in a positive way, hopefully.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh my God. Either they're crying or they get emotional. So I love to be able to touch people in that kind of way because it's extremely important because it's powerful. It's very powerful.
Very
Again,
powerful.
responsible for your power. It's a good outlet. I miss it. I do miss it very much. So yeah. So whenever I get the chance to do it, I like to, as I tell people, when you see me sing, you're going to need a mop and bucket because we're going to have to mop up the floor from your jaw dropping. So.
Yeah.
I'm going to melt
That's
your face.
Great.
So,
well, now, Jay, before we wrap things up here, how do we pick our winner? So many people said Groom Loop. What are we doing about that?
Oh, well, we can wait till, we can wait till after, because I can look at the analytics of the live after, and I can look at all the comments, and then I can put them into I have a raffle maker, or like a
good,
that like it'll just like randomize and we can pick a winner. So we can either do that like next week or when we do our film or next episode.
Cool. Yes, we're doing Thursday night with Quincy Cole. Everyone.
Oh, I love Quincy. Yay!
Everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we can announce the winner this Thursday night.
Yes. So everyone can enter. Yes, just comment Groom Loop, and like and share this live. But yeah, I mean, overall though, it's so like you've done so much. It's really cool to like see like how you've gone down so many different like avenues of the career, and
thank you.
Now here doing social media, and so do you think like what do you think is your like favorite thing to do, or what is your goal, I guess, going forward, like with grooming? Do you have one?
So I actually wrote this down. I want to become a motivational speaker and be able to tell my story, to resonate in other people's lives. But that's going to take a lot of therapy and a lot of questions and okays and yeses. I also would love to learn more in my camera to take, how moody everything like with Fight Club is, or like the Pixies and like punk. I want to do that for dog grooming. Like I want to create and develop pieces that either if it's through fame or me creating content or just something that's different for me to learn more cinematography. So I'm teaching myself that right now, product photography, learning how to take like a Coke can, in those videos where it's like the Coke can and then it's spinning and doing all that. Like I'm teaching myself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd love to do that. But right now it's kind of like that pivotal moment where the dog grooming is more of the income versus the social media, but it's growing. It's growing from where I was just a few years ago. So now, especially like at certain shows, you're going to see Fame and CC Studio together in the same booth moving forward.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm very excited where we're pivoting, where we're going. A lot of boundaries, a lot of conversations, a lot of discussions on how things can work and navigate together. The next shows for me accepting clients for social media intergroom is basically booked at this point, with content and people that I'm recording. So, it's growing. Wow. I didn't think I would be here where I was. Remember sitting in that room in England Jane. Remember
I
sitting
remember.
there and talking, and then even talking of my insecurities, and then even allowing those insecurities to take over. And then now I know that I'm going to have conversations with specific individuals or people that I know because of my assholeness, because of me being insecure and saying these things, because word gets back to people. Things happen. So you have to accept the responsibility. And me being, I'm not that person anymore. However, I need to accept the responsibility that could infringe on possible opportunities and networking as you grow further in this industry. Not saying that, I'm sorry, whatever. No, I sucked. I was a idiot, so I think apologies are owed into specific people or conversations, whether if it's just more for me or not, so that's growth from where we were in your hotel room in the castle where we were at Master Groom a few years ago to where this is now, and we're chatting it up on TikTok. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
well,
really
this
cool.
was just so fun. Again, we're like coming to the close of another podcast, and I just feel like I was given the gift of like sharing stories from somebody's life. And it's just so wonderful because it's things that like, I can't remember my kid's name, but damn it, I'm going to remember the stuff we talked about on this. So like, it's just so great to welcome everybody in, gather here, keep like a story alive. And it's just, Loren, thank you so much. This was so wonderful.
Thank you for having me. It's really been an honor, and I appreciate the opportunity to just speak, because I don't really like talking about myself too much, but to giving me a safe space to do that. So thank you. And thank you for what you're doing in both of you in this industry, and for being great influences and safe spaces for people like me to know that what I feel and where I'm going resonates, and it's being recognized, and that I am a good person. So thank you. And thank you for everyone down there.
You are wonderful and beautiful, and I just love you. And I love you, Jay.
Oh,
love you both.
I love me too.
Jay, you're okay.
I know. I'm fine. I mean,
You're always giving back.
I'm always giving back. I'm a hero at the end of the day.
You are.
But yeah, so, and then, I wanted to talk about too, you know what I think would be cool that I want to think about trying to offer, I don't know how I could do this, like an editing service. Like, I think a lot. No, me. Like, I was thinking about how I could do this, like edit or like,
let's chat.
Yeah, like
let's chat after this. I'm already doing it.
Yeah, because you know what I mean. Like for people to like send like footage and just like polish it up for them, because like because I'm at the point now where like I could sell my editing skills, and so so
that's exactly what I'm doing. Like that's part of. I just redid my website and all this other stuff, so that's another thing that I offer. So if you needed to just bounce ideas, not like being like a coaching thing, but like bounce ideas off of or whatever. I'm all about chatting about that.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because it's really cool. Because I think that's where people are kind of stuck. Like they can like film themselves like groom and stuff all day, but they don't really like know what to do. So it's really cool. And then another thing I wanted to talk about too is I really appreciated how much freedom you gave me and Marcia for the content at Groomed Atlanta. It was so fun to be able to like create this like because like to my fake reality show, which I cannot wait to do an episode of like the reality, like my Jay Snowdon character is like trying like begging people to get tickets to go to UK or something, and he like I want like that, I want to put that in there. I want to do a character with like a bucket lady in the show, like you need to appear as a bucket lady in the reality show. But like to be able to create like this fake like drama feud with me and Marcia, and so it's like just really interesting and fun and like just fun. I love that type of humor, like the like half trolling, half like messing with you, but like, and it's like you said, it's something different that not like a lot of booths or brands do, but it was like really fun, and I think a lot of people enjoyed it and got the joke, and it was really fun, and I'm excited to meet up with Marcia and continue our feud.
Oh, it was great. No, thank you. I think it also gives an opportunity for your creative skills, because there's a constant need of what you are expected of, whether if it's content on your own or creating the content of, I have to post this because of how many followers you have. So there has to be, you got to keep feeding feeding the beast. You got to keep feeding. So I think giving you that outlet, and my thing is, these are my parameters, right? But if there's some feedback or there's some things where like, okay, we got to chat about this, or maybe that didn't work. Definitely want a bigger booth, you know, for next year. But it was really cool to watch you guys just create and be happy and do that, because then in return, I'm going to get a happy employee. I'm going to get a happy person at the end of the day to help sell my product. And again, whether if it's just one fluff it comb, one brush, you're going to help me sell the hell out of all of that. And I'm just grateful for you guys to be happy. So yeah, absolutely. Anytime. Like, I thought it was really cool.
Yeah. That was so fun. Okay, well, we're almost at the 2-hour mark, so we will let you go. Cool. But yeah, I'm so excited that we got you. We'll have you back on, and we'll update you at some point, because
sure.
But yeah, so and go make sure to check out Fame Pet Products. Follow Loren if you want to. Oh yeah, I didn't really. We touched on it a little bit, but if you want to get good inspirational videos, funny videos and stuff, follow Loren, because randomly I'll be scrolling and you don't know if you're going to get like a random like bucket lady hilarious video, or if she's going to be like, hey, real quick, let's talk about like your mental
very
health.
Inspirational.
Like, I love.
Thank you.
So she's a good follow. So make sure you go follow Loren. And
thank you. I appreciate it.
And this has been so much fun.
Thank you. Thank you
guys.
Love you.